because I was angry with them, not because I hated them, but because I wanted
What's up,
to
everybody, with Peggy
keep them
and
with
Gully.
me. And as my obsession grew, I was saving body parts such as
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Richard Picasso with Piggy and Gilly.
Hey, yo. My mic went down.
Yes, that's how.
Mic down, mic down.
Hey, yo, with the mic.
Hey, yo, with the mic. So what up, yo-yo?
Yeah, it's been great, actually. It's been a very cool week. It's been a little cold, then it's hot, and then it gets cold again.
Yes.
As New York weather does.
Yes.
So, with the topics, we didn't really plan up any of the topics.
It's alright, we're gonna fucking wing it.
So we're gonna Beyblade, let it rip with this
What's
one.
this thing? Because this seems to be like hot topic. Fucking, this Diddy shit just gets worse, right?
Always.
Like, it just really gets worse for this guy. Like, and you know what's weird? It's more just you just finding out he's really a freak. Having other dudes jizz on you, walking around with jizz. Like, you know, like, it's just weird. Like, and I know people do these weird things. I'm not knocking y'all. I'm not judging.
It's just not out there.
It's just, since it's not so, like, known that people do freaky shit like that, when you hear someone like, I mean, but of course, what did you think? The richest people got the fucking weirdest fetishes.
I mean, you got so much more money, and you can do pretty much anything you want.
Facts.
Like, and then when you pretty much done everything you want, it's just like, hey, I don't like missionary. Don't do it for me anymore. Doggy style, don't do it. Head fellatio, licking colingus, none of that excites me anymore. Like, let's bring in like something different, something festive.
Well, we'll say this. And back to the disclaimer, it's all jokes, being facetious. None of
It's all jokes
this
with him.
is real.
I can't vet him.
None of this is real.
I can't vet him.
Look, but I will say, after you have threesomes, I could imagine one-on-one sex to be a little boring. You know, and I think that's where the freaky shit comes. Because, like you just said, missionaries just boring now. You know what I mean? Like doing this position is just boring now. So you want to level up. And certain people in their marriages do what they do. The Kama Sutra, right? They
BDSM.
They bring other people into the bed, foreplay, melting candles, the whips,
candle
the chain.
burning.
You know, some people are cucks.
Yeah.
Some people are cucks.
Adam 22.
You know, so it's like,
You know he did that shit again?
he let Rico, he let the black dude, right?
Yeah.
He let Rico hit
called it the love boat now.
He let him smash the chick.
Now on a boat.
Yo, listen, bro.
That's crazy.
Listen, Adam 22, man, he's had a remarkable downfall. You know, he
made a cuck chair.
a chair?
Yes, he did a whole commercial and called it. It's like kook, but it spelled like all Swedish or some shit. And he called it the cuck. It's the cuck chair.
Yeah, see, like, I mean, and look, I get it.
It's fake, but
Porn stars, fuck. This is what their job is. I'm not mad at you doing your job. Now, where it gets a little bit weird is like, I'd rather him say that it's not for a paycheck. I'd rather hear him say out of his mouth he likes to watch his wife get dicked down by other dudes. I would rather hear him want to hear him say that with the honesty than him just getting a check, letting nigga smash his wife. You know, if you're doing it just for the check, because I really feel in my heart, because that's what he looks like. I know to some extent, there's no way this sits right with his soul. As a man, there's no way that every scene sits right with his soul as a man. Whether she's sucking another nigga's dick, or whether she's getting cummed in her face, or even in her pussy. Think about this. The first scene she did with Rico, that's his name, right? Jason Love. First scene she did with Jason Love, he didn't pull out. He left the Milky Way in her pussy. In your pussy, Adam. In your pussy, Adam. In your pussy. Jason Love left his Hershey Squirt Delight in your shit. His baby gravy in your girl's wife's vagina. wife's vagina. Some part of that can't sit well with you. There has to be some part of you as a man to be like, because you eat that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to go homeward, you're going to go shower, you're going to eat her pussy, and you don't ever have the thought that another man's jizz was in there? And maybe I'm immature. Maybe that's what it is. We're just so immature.
I mean,
that we can't imagine that it's okay.
But as you said, they're just porn stars.
Nigga, I don't want another man's jizz on me for nothing. Nowhere near me.
Think of all the porn stars that are like married and have kids, and their husbands and their wives are doing scenes with other people. And then they just go on to each other and, do their regular husband-wife sex.
Nah, listen. Like I said, I'm not knocking it. I guess it's because there's a way to do things. And the way Adam did it was just so unorthodox. I've been watching porn since I've been 5 years old. Don't get me wrong. I know these people live a different type of lifestyle, right?
The first time seeing it was 4.
You want to know how? Again, look at the disclaimer. Yo, you were 4? I was 5. But I didn't know what the pay-per-view, the PPV button was on our old cable boxes.
Same thing.
Listen, I'm 36, right? So let's go back to when I was, 31 years ago. We used to have these boxes.
Baby Gilly.
And some of them be broken into. Like, whenever you go to your man's house in the Bronx, he always had the box with every channel on it. You know what I mean? But in Queens, you have to pay for the PPV. And, I never forget the first time I pressed that button, and I just saw...
The first time.
If I'm not mistaken, son, I have to check the timeline, son, but my first porn star might have been Stormy Daniels. If she was out when I was 5, 31 years ago, you think she was out 31 years ago?
Yeah, probably a teenager, just right 18.
Yo, whoever it was, this is what I remember. I remember a woman with blonde hair, red lipstick, in a nurse outfit, going to go,
Let me find it.
You know the episode. But I got one better for you, yo-yos. What put me on, like, so you don't know what a hard-on is or anything like that. But what I was attracted to was a woman with big fucking huge tits.
Almost like that. Almost like that.
She was wearing, it might have been, I was 5. If I remember, that's bad. But like I said, it was a blonde woman. But honestly, she had red lipstick. And I'll never forget how big her lips was. She had these big, voluptuous red lips. Stormy Daniels don't have no lips. She got white woman lips. But,
There's a few things.
So peep it. I pressed button, saw some titties. The minute that she uncovered homie's dick, and the dick was like the size of me, on the other side of the screen, I got scared and I changed the channel. I was like, what the fuck? Fucking thing's huge. What the fuck? It's just weird. And it became like a thing. Every other day I would press the pay-per-view button to see some titties and then change it when the big dick came out. Like, I was scared. So one day my stepfather gets the cable bill. He comes home and he's like, he goes to my mom first. I hear them arguing. Honey, you ordering porn? And my mom's like, what? He's like, are you ordering porn? Because I just got the cable bill. And the times that these are ordered for, you're the only one home. And my mom's like, I didn't order no porn. So then he turns to me and he goes, yo, you been ordering porn? I didn't know what porn was. I didn't know the terminology porn. I barely knew I was looking at, I didn't even know what was going on down here. I would see titties, get a hard on, and then change the channel. I wasn't spanking my meat at 5. It was just, and then he asks me again, and he looks at me deep in my eyes. And he can tell I don't understand the words. Ordering porn. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, have you been looking at naked women on the screen? Yeah. Yo, that was the first time he put hands on me. Beat my ass for that $500 cable bill because he had to pay it. What's he going to say? My kid was watching it? You look even worse. He had to pay $500 to the cable company because I ordered porn. And what he would get more mad at is that he had a conversation with me and he's like, why does it show that you order it and don't watch it? And I was like, I get scared when the dick comes out. He was even more pissed. If you're gonna order this shit, watch it through.
Oh my God! What the hell?
Horrible, yo.
Man, the
But look-
dick shots. Anyways,
But that's my thing, though. You know, if you a porn star, this is what you do. This is what you do. It's your job. I ain't judging you. I ain't judging the OnlyFans chicks. I ain't judging nobody.
Get your money.
Get your money. But Adam, I'm judging you. I'm judging you, homie. Like, I would just like to know if you're doing it for a bag or if you really enjoy niggas plugging up your wife. I just want to know. Or
it could be both.
it could be both, a little bit of both. You know, I'm getting a bag, enjoying watching my wife get plugged. That's wild.
It's not that wild. It's not that wild.
That's wild.
How much is the scene? How much they gross from it?
All right, let me ask you something. How much would you get paid to let a nigga hit your wife? 5 mil? A mil? 10 mil? How much?
Probably 10 mil.
You would let a nigga hit your wife for 10 mil?
Yep, but I gotta get paid first.
Would you watch it?
Yes.
The guy looks at
It's
me.
$10 million. The fuck?
I'm watching you suck that nigga dick.
Look, it's like this. If I'm already if I'm allowing you to
To
plug
actually
my
go that far?
yeah, pound my wife,
gotta
I gotta
watch
watch it. I gotta watch it.
Oh, God. You know, I wonder, though.
I mean, I'm mostly focused on the chick. I'm not looking at what the dude's doing.
I mean, but you know what your wife looks like when she doing it, because she does it to you. Now it's a totally different look. She making different sounds. He's deep in her guts. You just sitting there watching her get pounded. And some part of her is enjoying that.
And that's plus $10 million.
And that's all you got to keep telling
And it's
yourself.
gotta go to me. It's not. I'm not sharing that shit. It's like you fucked the nigga. Like I was like,
It was because of her pussy that you're getting the money. You got to share half.
I don't know, share half. I agreed to it. The agreement wouldn't happen if I didn't allow the 10 million. If I didn't allow you getting plugged.
My man said, I don't got to share shit with you, bitch.
No.
I let you get fucked and I'm getting paid for
remember,
it.
there's a part of her that has to be like, if I do this, how will my husband judge me too? There's got to be some type of
Well,
judging
no,
for
I'm
her,
talking
right?
about, let's just say, a dude, you was with your chick and you with her for 5-10 years.
Yeah.
And a dude comes up to you and says, listen, I got a proposition for both of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully, your wife is beautiful. I'm not looking to marry her, be with her. I respect your relationship, but I wanted to talk to both of you and see, can I hit that? And I'll pay you
How much?
to let me hit that. And then he goes 10 mil.
All right.
Right? But your wife, all right, so what? If your wife says yes, you're going to look at her weird?
No, because I said yes first.
Would you be mad at her?
No,
But you won't give her none of the money.
no.
Yo, he's crazy.
How's that crazy?
Because it's her vagina. If she wasn't with you, she would have got the money out. No, she might.
Her body, her
she
choice,
might've-
my money.
Wait. If she wasn't with you, he might not pay 10 million to hit.
So that's just some random chick then at that point.
No, well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not married. This ain't
If
ring
you're
on her
not
finger.
here, like, I wonder how much dudes really pay for vagina. I wonder if you Jeff Bezos niggas and you multimillionaire niggas, because Trump only paid Stormy Daniel 50 grand. But when you think about it, that was hush money. How much did he really pay for the pussy? He paid her 50 grand hush money. How much did you pay for the pussy? Like, how much is pussy really worth?
You gotta explore like those websites like FetLife or something.
You know what? I've seen pussy for sale before. They charge like $1,000 to fuck a porn star. But is
There was a porn star I tried to get for a music video a long time ago. I forgot which video it was too, and that's what bothered me. I think it was for my boy. I ain't gonna mention his name, but it was for my boy. He saw this porn star, and she was gonna charge $800 for one scene with him. But it's like he wasn't married. He wasn't married at the time. Now he's
$800
married.
for one scene ain't that bad.
Oh, that ain't bad.
That's not bad at all.
I think it was for
Does she
up
take
to-
Amex?
Charge
You
back.
bitches better start taking card.
No, y'all better.
Yo, you better start
Amex,
taking
you
card.
can charge it back. Trust me. There's some motherfucker that had 4 Amaxes in his life. I'll tell you right now. You can fight that shit back. Every other ones like those, like
Yo,
the Chase or Bank of
son,
America. You can fight
imagine
with
me.
Amex.
Wait, hold up, nigga. Yo, that's wild. You go pay for sex with your Amex card, and then
It's a
you call,
business
and then
transaction.
you call them up a week later to dispute it and say
Yep.
that wasn't you.
Yep.
Yo, that's wild. That conversation's
Yo,
crazy.
I ain't mentioning names, but it was all those purchases were through Amex. I was gonna call Amex.
Oh my
Like, yo, this I don't recognize this
No,
Airbnb. That
all
wasn't
you
me.
had- That's all you would have to say. That's
There was a part of me that wanted to do that, just to really be fucking devil, like the real fucking devil, on some Satan shit. But I was like, you know what?
That's all you.
I'm gonna let it slide because they were all on Amex.
Yeah, that's all you have to do though. I don't recognize none of these shits. This shit ain't mine. Cancel the card. Once you tell them cancel the card, no. Once you tell them cancel for like, I argue with these motherfuckers, B. Like, yo, credit card companies, yo, you guys rule the world. Believe it or not, nobody has $1 million liquid. Most people have $1 million in credit.
The one thing you can't run away from is taxes.
Facts. Well, yes and no.
No, you can't.
Yes and no. If you want to get further in life and have more, you're right. You got to pay taxes.
You need good credit and pay your taxes.
You need to pay your taxes.
That's the two main things in this world. If you want to get a house, you want to get a car. If you want to, I'm telling you, I'm sorry to say this, but if you want to be judged as a potential mate for a woman, you got to have good credit. Because she going to be like, oh, I can't fuck with niggas that have like $500 credits. Like, the fuck? I fuck only niggas $650 and up.
Well, I ain't going to hold you,
And that's the one thing when it comes to even like relationships. Like people don't even look at that type of shit. Like I look at that type of stuff. Like, yo,
well, you have to now. You're
like,
older.
You bad, but are you like 700 plus?
You're older now, though. You gotta remember that when you're in your 20s, it's cool to just be
like I didn't do
with
that.
somebody for a pretty face or for their time or because But
I didn't really focus that with my last relationships. I didn't look at their credits. I just look at like, hey, they're working, but it's like, are they working like to build their credit? Are they working for their Roth, for their IRAs, for their retirement?
Well, they say love is blind, and that comes in many.
My dick was blind. My eyes could see perfectly.
I mean, but love is blind itself. Like it's not with your eyes. Love is your heart. So your heart can move blindly sometimes because it thinks it's being offered everything that it needs. Whether it be their time, their attention, a pretty face, she sucks your dick every now and then in the car. Your heart be getting played with because you're getting all these things, and then all of a sudden, you're like, hold up. Did you pay that bill? And she's like, no,
That's pretty much what it was.
But my point is that love is blind. You won't see red flags and shit like that because you're so blinded and fueled into this lovey-dovey shit. And that's why to be honest, I don't get mad. I wouldn't get mad if I was dating a woman and one of the first thing that she asked me is, what's your credit score? I'm not gonna get mad because before we start talking about doing the easy part, like fucking or going out on dates, right? That's the easy part. Before we talk about any of that, who's going to cover this check? Am I going to be expected to cover every check? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like before we do the easy part of getting naked, let's talk about the hard part. What's your credit score like? How much money you got saved in the bank? Why you drive a 2001? Mm-hmm. It's 2025.
What's your mortgage?
You know what I'm saying?
Do you have a Roth? You know what a Roth is?
No.
You know what an IRA is?
I know what an IRA is.
Yeah. Are you investing in your retirement? How much is in your retirement right now? Does your job, can you match with your job? Does your job have a union?
So let me ask you a hypothetical question then.
Like that shit men should ask because women be putting all these standards for guys. Like, oh, my guy got to be 6 foot. My guy had to have $100K a year job. Mm-hmm. But then like when it comes to like women's stuff, like men don't ask these stuff because we just see for who you are, and then we learn over time like who you really are.
Well, that's why. And fresh and fit is an exaggerate. Has been stopped automatically. The card is full. Go figure.
Wow.
You could get like fresh and fit. Like fresh and fit, they're not the worst example,
but they're like.
But yeah,
they're an example.
They're an exaggeration though.
Yes, like it's not. Nobody likes really whatever fresh and fit really says up to this point because it's like it sounds very outlandish. But if you really read in between the lines of some of the stuff they say, like it does, like make sense for guys. Like especially with Myron, like he'll say like he's pretty much honest. Women ain't shit, but like women ain't gonna do nothing to satisfy you. But it's like if you read it in between, like why women aren't shit. Like what is a woman doing that's like making them like a potential mate for a guy that has everything? Like if you're a guy that has everything, if you're a guy that has a great job, a guy that has a car, a guy that has investments, a guy that comes from a great family, and then you end up with a woman that's pretty much the polar opposite of you, but they're passing themselves off like they're the best thing since sliced bread. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, is this something I got to settle down with now? Like, what are you doing that makes you value? Like, oh, and then it sucks. I hate to bring this. I hate to bring this up. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna bring it up because then it's gonna be like, now I'm going like into a whole different. I'm going to a whole different thing if I bring this shit up.
Nah, everybody fucking look at the fucking. Everybody look at the motherfucking disclaimer. We're not talking about us.
All right, we're not talking about us, but usually women that have like multiple kids and then they almost expect you to like take care of their kids, even though you don't even know these children. They don't even introduce you to their children or like have a day with like you could be a woman for years and they won't even introduce you to their children or like hang out with their kids. But you gotta pay for them, so you're pretty much paying for mommy and the daughter and the son. Like, are you crazy? Yeah, like, where's the baby daddy at?
Exactly.
What's he doing? He probably out living his best life, not giving a fuck, not taking care of the kids. But then I gotta be the one to pick up the responsibilities of that. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. Like, no, like for me, like.
And then you put in a weird position though, because then you feel bad.
Yeah, it's like now you're almost like you're in a relationship because you're like again like you feel bad, so you feel like you have to stay. Like you
feel like it's your responsibility.
Yeah, now you got to step up for her because she's in a bad position. That's pretty much what it feels like, and those suck. Like if you honestly feel if ever has that right, where you start having like all these doubts and stuff like that, just leave. It's hard. It's a hard road. You're mentally gonna want to try to stay. You're gonna try to trick yourself into staying, but it's not worth it. Just go. Just go. Cry it out later, mentally when you're alone, or in the car, or in your room, or wherever you at. Just make sure you're alone when you cry. Don't cry in front of people. But eventually things do get better. If you know how to bounce back and recover from stuff, you'll be all right. It might take a few months, might take a year or two, but you know, at least you got out of that situation where you could have been in a much worse situation.
You back live, Pop.
And that's how we do it.
Yeah. We don't need no nigga in the background doing shit. I'm the nigga in the background doing shit. But you know what? And look, and I'm gonna say something like it happens with male and female. Because yeah, I've known women to use how nice of a person a guy is and take advantage of it. You know, because the guy don't want to leave her because now he's been there for the kids. He's been in the kid's life. There's a little bit of support system that he brings. He thinks anyway, right? But then at the same time, the other end of it, guys do it to women too. Guys stick around way too long or keep women that they have no business keeping because a woman loves them and they'll still do everything that's not the right thing. You know, sometimes love really don't mean shit. If that dude's a degenerate gambler, he takes your money, he never buys for anything, you're always late on the rent, it's always something. You know, how much can that nigga say I love you and eat your pussy before you realize he's not good for you? You know, like I think genders do that to one another. Yep. They either A, stay too long, or B, they take advantage of a good thing. You know, like that's why it's hard. I don't like I'll confess to this too. I don't like power dynamics. I don't like when somebody in a relationship has more power than the other or thinks they do. You know what I'm saying? Or is allowed to move the way they want to move and say things the way they want to say things and not fear of a repercussion. I hate that shit. I hate the girl that calls your mom when you get into an argument with her. I hate that shit.
I mean, I never had that, but I've had one where I think I reached my sister, and that's like, nah, get the fuck out of here. My sister don't give a fuck less than me, so I don't know how the fuck you reach out to her.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that was a. But anyways, continue.
Nah, but people in relationships, I think they settle. I think they get too comfortable.
People just settle what they got.
I think you gotta, you know, if you found the love of your life and you think that's true in your heart, God bless you. But
once you have, I'll tell you, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, go.
Once you start having things like this intuition or that thing in the back of your mind that's preventing you to like truly be with this person, that's a sign that's probably telling you to get the hell out of there.
Red flags.
You ever seen like these dudes that be with women for like 10, 15 years and don't marry them?
Red flags.
It's like there's something that's in his mind that's preventing him from like really
Or you
getting
ever
on his knees.
or you ever see the ones that are married 15, 20 years and he's always drunk in the kitchen? You think he's always drunk because he just wants to be drunk? No, you drive him nuts. He's probably being driven nuts in that relationship, and that's the way that he fucking keeps his nut to himself, by being inebriated. You know, like Yo, I've seen so many relationships. When I was younger, I used to be envious. Not envious, but when a kid would have his mom and dad, I'm like, "Psst, nigga, you got a silver spoon and shit. Like, nigga, look at you. You got your mom, you got your dad. Fuck you know about. I got a Chinese stepfather, one culture over here. I got my family in the Bronx, Puerto Rico. I got my grandma in Brooklyn. Every time to go visit somebody, it's a jump, jump, jump. You got mom and dad. Like, I did pay attention to the fact that my mom was a single mom before she was with my stepfather, and the dude that she was with before that used to whoop her ass. So I did pay attention to shit like that. And you do realize that it's like, sometimes I guess people make decisions based upon all they got. My mom wanted to stay a single woman just raising me. I don't know about it panned out the same way. I had to have a fuck up of a stepfather in order for me to be like this. I had to. If it would have been too easy for me, then it wouldn't have worked out. And that's why I used to not judge y'all. Shout out to y'all that got mom and dad. I ain't. But yeah.
Yeah, no, like
I used to look at y'all like everything is
like
so good for you.
Like my parents,
but it's not true.
My mom and dad love this guy.
Oh, I love them too. They're great. They're great.
Like I'm very blessed to be born into a house where my.
But
parents
it's not
are
all
very
sunshine
good.
and rainbows.
I mean, yeah, true. There's been moments like in my past where like things with my mom and dad where I will witness or hear about.
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing my dad cry about stuff my mom was doing and vice versa, and then the good thing with them is they will always find some way to push through those hard times and actually discuss those bad times with each other and work through it. They weren't just like, well, maybe we should get a divorce or maybe we should be separated for a while, which my dad was. My dad was separated for like at least for the year one time. I forgot what age I was, but he was gone. Like we wasn't in the house.
From your mom?
He separated from my mom. He lived like in Harlem for like a year. I remember being 4 and walking in and seeing my dad on a mattress. There was no furniture, just a TV on the floor and a mattress on the floor.
That nigga was doing some fucking soul searching.
Yep. And that's when I was 4. That's when I was in preschool.
That nigga was doing soul searching. That nigga was sitting there trying to figure life out real quick.
Yep, he did, and he fought for my mom back. They had they discussed everything. They worked through that, and then it happened again when I was 14. But that's when he was gone for a year. But he worked through that, came right back, and everything been hunky dory. 23 years later, parents been married 41 years. They ain't gonna let 42 years. They ain't gonna let that go.
Well, yeah, God bless them. It's good to see two people that have found their matching compatibility, because as many people as there is in the world, 8 billion people, and I still find it difficult to even have the thought of somebody just being perfect for me. You know what I'm saying? Like a perfect person for you. I don't know if that's possible because we aren't perfect creatures. So imperfections are what you're supposed to love somebody for. Supposed to love somebody for all their flaws and all their and you know what? I don't think I love you that much, bitch.
But how many flaws?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think I love you that much,
like,
bitch.
If you got like 2 flaws, like okay,
we
whatever.
can talk.
But if you have like 10 flaws, and then you expect me to love you, I don't know. My problem is I fall in love. I'm a flaws in all type of yard, but then I don't realize all the flaws they have until much later. I'm like, hey, this bitch got like 25 flaws. The fuck I'm with this chick for? I'm stupid.
Well.
Love is blind for real. There.
Well, sometimes I think you got to push people to the envelope in order for them to see what they made of.
But then when you tell them about their flaws, that's when they want to give you pushback. Like, oh, you knew you deal with from the beginning.
That's the red flag we speak about. Because if I can't speak to you about something that is wrong with you, or you don't think anything's wrong with you, then it's cool. Our that's the red flags that we won't pay attention to. A lot of people will brush that conversation. Oh, I can't really talk to them. Okay. And they're gonna keep doing what they're doing until it comes to your detriment, until you're the one, you're the victim of it.
That was my issue.
You know, but that happens more often than not, I think, in relationships, especially when there's a power dynamic. If one person makes more money than the other, and the other relies on how we live for sustainability, yeah, I'm kind of between a fucking rock and a hard place, because now, do I leave? Do I stay? How do I address this? You know, but and every time you address something, the power struggle's there. Like, bitch, who are you talking to? This house is $5,000 mortgage every month. You don't pay shit. Don't tell me what I'm doing fucking wrong. You go fucking make that money then and pay this shit. You know, people get defensive and they use their power as a reason why not to change. And then the other person that's getting victimized, okay, he does pay $5,000 mortgage. I should just shut the fuck up. So what if he goes every night out and fucks bitches? It's okay. Stop settling for less. Stop settling for things that are easy to have because they're there.
Look, know your worth.
Know your goddamn worth.
Like,
and get paid for it. You know what I mean by that?
Don't be a multi-millionaire peasant.
Make sure that whatever you're fucking working for and how hard you work, make sure they're paying you back. Make sure you're getting love.
Like match the energy.
Yeah.
Like if the love's here and then the money's down here, there's obviously something wrong right there. Because if I'm giving you more love and more money and you giving me way less love and way less money, obviously you're not here. Like when you're up here, I'm making you, giving you everything you need, all the love. Any time of depression or trauma you want to speak to, I'm there. And then when I'm here going through my own shit, I don't give a fuck about him. Man, I got my own shit here. Why the fuck I need to worry about his problems? He's the man. He got to focus on the bills. He got to focus on his own mental health. Like, nah.
Well, you know, people don't know why they have partners.
True.
That's why I choose to stay like alone. Because if you don't find a reason for your partner or to have a partner, if you don't have a real dedicated, I think people got their reasoning fucked up. I think they like people. People like people because of attractiveness, because of numbers, because of what they can offer for you. Like,
I mean,
back in the day, women used to only fuck the biggest, strongest dudes to make sure that they babies were big, strong too. Woman wasn't fucking no fucking nerd, nigga.
Nope.
Back in the day, unless he was a king, and it was for some type of currency and status. But
I mean, they were inbreeding too. But that was
you see what dolphins do, bro?
The dolphins do.
Dolphins get gangbanged by all other dolphins, so that this way, they all of them think that they're the daddy, and they don't kill her or kill the baby, because that's what fish do. When they want to come in and be the alpha, they kill all the babies from the previous one, like lions. Then they try to get the woman pregnant because the woman goes right back in heat when she sees her babies die. So what female dolphins do, they get gangbanged by a whole bunch of male dolphins. So none of them niggas know who the daddy is. So the female dolphin gets protected.
No, I know that. I know something.
Yo, when it comes to being animals, bro, I'm sorry. You know, the unfortunate truth is I don't believe we're supposed to be monogamous. I don't believe that we're supposed to be monogamous. I think that's an ideology that was forced upon us. I'm not saying AE marriage, but till death do us part, that's kind of melodramatic and shit. That's kind of
to be with one person.
That's kind of melodramatic and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
cheating wouldn't be a concept if we weren't monogamous.
Ooh, bars.
Just saying.
Bars.
Because it's like, now you can have whatever you want. If I like or get tired, or if I'm like with you, but look, with you.
Look, I think with respects, if people were able to be honest with that, then not only would it be no cheating. You know, I don't think it's as bad as you see it as. Like, hey, honey, I'm going out tonight. If she knows that you're gonna go fuck Melissa tonight, she's not gonna be upset at you because you're honest with her. It's the truth. She made a decision that this is the way we live.
Look at the people that have open relationships. People who are married, and then people have open relationships. Yeah, and they just step out. Like, hey, I'll get my pussy, you get your dick, and then we come back home, and
we're married. We're married. We're a couple.
Yeah, or those people that are now like trying to do like multi relationships where it's like a guy and two girls now, or even sometimes a girl and three guys.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild.
They be having like polyamorous lifestyles where it'd be like a guy with, look at Neo, they got 3 girls.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. Don't tell me you in a polyamorous relationship if you can't spell polyamorous. You heard? Don't try to tell me that shit. You better be able to spell that shit if you're in a polyamorous relationship. But I ain't judging you. I think that's beautiful. Like I said, in my stupid world, in my brain, I don't think a kid should be raised by one mom. I think a kid should be raised by a slew of mothers. 4 or 5 different mothers.
Like,
more nurturing, more taken care of. Right? Like I think when the kid hits a certain age, just like if you notice your kid has a certain athletic ability, what do? You send him to the coach, you send him to a league, you send him to a place where he can get better training to double down on that skill to get better. I think it should be the same thing with everything besides a sport. I think there should be a group of teachers that teach our kids at every level of life. At 5, it should be a whole bunch of coaches talking to the kid if he's athletic, or a whole bunch of teachers talking to the kid if he's a genius. At 10, 12, 13, we know that's the teenage years. Kids get a little curious. They start drugs. They start the cigarettes. They start fucking, finger popping, all this shit. Yo, those teenage years can get a little rough. They get a little rough, especially for like a prude child that's, kids are so easily influenced at that age that a fucking kid that didn't mean to become a drug addict by 16 is now a drug addict because his friends did it and they never got stuck in it. But he did. He got stuck in it, that acid trip one day and never came out. And I think that all that's there to have the ability to even happen because we don't have enough people raising us. We need groups of people raising groups of people in order for us to get that right type of knowledge that's different. And feel safe to have these conversations. There wouldn't be no mental health if there was more people mentally helping one another. Like literally. Back in the days when I used to live in Brooklyn, the neighbor's mom used to yell at us for doing something wrong, and she'd hit you. She'd hit you. And you go home and tell your mom, your grandma, yo, that bitch just hit me. She's like, what you do? See the response? What did you do to get hit? Not, yo, this bitch just put hands on my kid. No. Which
is always the wrong thing.
But the grandma she would know that, obviously, if you're getting hit by another person's mom back in the day, that's because you were doing something that you needed to be disciplined most of the time, unless the neighbor was just a crazy bitch that like hitting kids. But most of the time, it was a discipline thing.
Now it's like...
she might be crazy and like hitting kids.
Like, oh, you hit my kid? Where they at?
You know what I'm saying? But, I do think that we need... If we were more conscious of how we were raising one another and put the right people in play, and certain people are better nurturers. Certain people are better hardship givers. Certain people have better drive to show people how to have better drive. Not everybody's meant for the same thing. And it's a hard ability when you go home to I ain't judging niggas in the projects. I lived in the projects all my life, but I'm saying it's hard when you go home to the fucking projects and all the noise going on around you. Just as an example, you got the crackhead downstairs, you got the guy selling Lucy's there, you got the guy that bullies people and you gotta try to avoid him every time you go home, you got the crazy neighbor with the crazy dog that always tries to bite you, you got all these things, and you come home and you're expected to be the greatest thing in the world. No, go learn, go be good, go do what you gotta do to get out of this. I just think it's a fucked up mentality. I think if we had more people, because the kid only goes to school for 8 hours a day. After that, what the kid doing? A kid is left to its own vices. Most parents work a 40. You know what I'm saying? Kid's left to his own vices. Figure it out. Your friends. And then, back in the days, what your mom used to tell you. You tell me who all your friends are, and I tell you who you are. Because it's the truth. You tell me who the 4 people who in the closest corner to you are, and easily you get a good depiction of who you are as a person. So imagine if the 4 people in a kid's life are all people that are smart, educated, driven, good mentality. At all points in times, as they grow, they always have a square or a circle of those type of people. That person's going to be a great person. That person's going to be an educated person. But we don't have that. That's why I say I don't judge people that are in a polyamorous relationship, but do it correctly. Do it correctly. Don't do it because you just want to be fucking. If you're really gonna have a relationship and expect to have it for a long time, be a group and raise a kid. One kid amongst 3 people, good people, better advantage than us. Imagine 3 incomes coming in for one child. It's fucking great.
Yes, you're not even looking at
And then
that,
and the
but-
nigga ain't stressed because the nigga, you know, most dudes step out their relationship because the shit's whack. He got 2 pussies at home. That shit ain't whack. He loving it.
That's not whack at
Yo,
all.
son, you know what he loves the most? When he comes home from work and he sees his first wife eating out his second wife. You know how happy that man is when he comes home from work, my nigga? Yo, he takes off his shoes. He gets himself a Coors Light. He sits on the fucking edge of the bed. Look, he sits on the edge of the bed like this. He looks back at them. He looks with one eating the other one, and he smacks her ass. Hey, yo, and he's the happiest dude in the world. After he has that beer, he goes downstairs and plays Xbox with his kid. You know what I mean? Both wives cooking in the kitchen. What, nigga? And then you know the best thing is at night when you go to bed, that's a double BJ every night. That's a double BJ. The kid's happy. The wives are happy. You're happy. Everybody's fucking happy. What are we talking about? We need more polyamorous relationships.
Oh, God.
Yo, I'm getting niggas nervous out there. Yo. Fuck that. Open up your mind. Why the fuck not? Until your girl comes to you and she says, I was thinking about having a poly. And you're like, yeah, with a woman? No. I want another dick in here.
What then?
What then? What if your wife wants another nigga? Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. If you're a cool nigga, like because if my wife picked me, right? and I'm a cool nigga. So if my wife picked me, right, and she goes out and finds like another nigga like me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna have to tell a nigga, like, we ain't crossing swords. Like, listen, don't ever think about fucking me. I ain't fucking you. We're only fucking her together. Okay? We're only fucking her together.
Or you'll go in a room and...
Because that's what she wants. And you know what? You're paying the most of the rent. Because this was my pussy first. So don't think you coming in here and just gonna hit my wife. You gonna pay most of the rent. And my kid can't call you daddy. He call you uncle.
Oh, God.
Yo.
Fucking stupid.
Yo, you bring your kid to school with your husband or your man, whatever he is. You bring your kid to school with the nigga. And the kids ask your kid, yo, who's the other nigga that's always with your dad? Oh, that's just my uncle. They both hit my mom. I'll call this episode Red Flags, because that's what I am, a red flag. Yo, if you ever see me, ladies, avoid me.
Make that a shirt.
My brain
You ever see
fucked
me?
up.
Put that as a shirt. Make that your next shirt. If you see me, avoid
If
me.
you see me, avoid me, ladies. That's it. Don't come near a nigga, yo.
What topics we got? We got the Diddy thing. What else has been going on in the world?
What else? I don't know what's going on in the world. Something had to happen.
I know 50 Cent's being relentless on, the Diddy trial.
Well,
Because I think Daffy Joy.
Remember, son, 50 sold.
Up there.
Remember, 50 had sold shit to Hulu or Netflix about Diddy Doc.
Yeah, did he do it?
Like mad years ago.
Did he do it? Did he done it? Yeah, it's crazy. And with 50, like he did like a post. It was like a funny. That's the post I saw because I saw on my academic page that 50 posted some with his wife because his wife, I think, not his wife, his baby mama took like the stand. And she was pretty much explaining like the freak off stuff that Diddy was doing and stuff. And it was pretty crazy. Pretty freaking crazy.
I'm telling you, yo, like, Kanye was mentioned.
Oh, yeah, Kanye went to the courthouse?
Kanye was mentioned.
Yeah, Kanye went to the courthouse for his mans. That was crazy. Like, here's the post. If you want to read this at the bottom. He since like changed the caption.
Oh, it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, little bitch. I'll have full custody soon, bitch. You'll be back on OnlyFans in no time, little bitch. How's your day going, little bitch? This to who?
That says baby mama Daphne Joy.
So that's 50 Cent to his baby mama?
To his baby mama.
Of his, like, recent kid?
Like I think his youngest kid.
Youngest kid? I'm gonna be a band with you, yo. Like, I don't subscribe to fucking being messy on the internet
He's a
over your
Queens dude.
kids.
That's what Queens motherfuckers do, I think. They just talk shit.
50 different though.
Well, Jamaica, right? Jamaica
50,
Queens?
yeah, Jamaica Queens. I ain't gonna hold you, Jamaica Queens niggas. Jamaica, LL Cool J. We got Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? We got 50. We got Lloyd Banks.
It's all Jamaican
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all Hollis, Jamaica Queens. Yeah, that's all over there. Like, you know, fucking LL Cool J come out with like Rock the Bells and like came out with fucking like I'ma knock you out. It's disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it was of the era, so now we hear it and we're like, But look at 50's whole career.
That was another thing I was gonna. But we can finish this up.
50's whole career is disrespectful.
Oh yeah, true.
His name is Boo Boo.
Yep. In the streets.
His name was Boo Boo. You get hurt.
Hey, did you see the Will Smith music video?
I heard about it. I haven't seen it.
They called it like I'm gonna find that shit. They call it the worst music video.
He's been rapping lately though. I saw him do a little freestyle.
No, it was whack. That one he did with like what? Fucking lyrical lemonade.
Who wrote "Getting Jiggy with It"? Somebody wrote. Nas wrote "Getting Jiggy with It," right? That's bananas.
It wasn't Miami.
No, I think you were "Getting Jiggy with It." I think.
Oh, damn. But he did a music video.
So the heat is on all night and day to the break of dawn. Welcome to Miami.
It's a video called Pretty Girls. Pretty Girls is the video. And
all right, we're doing a reaction.
Well, it's more his reaction.
We're doing a reaction, so no copyright claim. We're talking over it.
Yep.
I'm gonna speak as it plays.
Yeah.
Oh man, poor guy.
Already.
Poor guy.
And then the girls are not even like.
The girls ain't even good. The girls look ugly as shit. Maybe that was supposed to be. What?
The girls are ugly as shit.
These bitches ugly. These bitches ugly. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Them bitches ugly in there. Them bitches ugly in there. Like, Will, you could afford better than that. But I think that might be the. Yo, that might be the point of the video though. That they're supposed to be ugly, but he's saying I like pretty girls.
So he likes ugly girls?
Well, you know what, my nigga? Let's call a spade a spade. Jada Pinkett said, no, you're not having no bad bitches in the video. I'll choose the ones you can have. Jada Pinkett definitely chose, yo. You gotta know something about Will Smith. He's never been in the news for cheating, for hitting bitches, none of that, because he keeps his shit on the low. Yeah, she's very ugly. Nigga, I don't know what you're laughing about. They're ugly. They don't even got bodies. Look, that's a man. That's a tranny.
Boy, you funny, man.
Why are you doing this, Will? Who convinced you? Like, who told you, yo, yeah, son, put that song out. Let's do a video. You need to fire that nigga. How many views he got on this, though? I bet you got like 10, 20 million views or something.
No.
Oh, it's low?
He got like 10 million subscribers. He got, I think, like less than 600,000.
Wow, this is horrible.
That's horrible.
Yo, none of these bitches are pretty. Yo, all you bitches that were in this video, you got picked for being ugly. I want you to know that. Like, straight up, he picked y'all because y'all not pretty. Straight up. That's why y'all were picked. I know it's dope you in a Will Smith video, but this is one you could have said no to. That nigga's glasses are fucked up if he thinks those women are pretty.
I mean, look what he's wearing.
Nah, Will, you gotta stop, my brother.
This feels like it's a meme.
Will,
you music video.
Yeah, nah, there's no point in this, Will. You're already rich and successful, papa. You're already rich, successful. You don't even got 600K. At the point in time that we looking at this, he only 536. 536, nigga.
2 days. Imagine, he has 10 million subscribers, I think, on his channel. What the comment said?
Oh, my God. Look at the first comment. This is what we get when we get Mike Lowry making music. Yo, shout out to Carry the Legacy. That was great.
That was a good one.
Shout out Will Smith.
I'm glad he kept the comments open.
Yo, shout out Will Smith for pioneering a new subgenre, unk rap. Truly an innovator.
Nigga made unk rap. Oh,
yo,
God.
Will Smith making music in 2025 is a recession indicator.
That's messed up.
Yo,
That's messed
yo,
up.
this is great. As a songwriter, whenever I think my lyrics are cringe, I will revisit this song. Yo, and you know what's crazy? I'm not even vetting these comments. You can go, and they're just going back to back to back to back.
Like,
Oh my God. Ain't I talking about just the pretty you see, but the pretty you be. Real talk, Will. Damn, that's horrible, son. That's horrible.
pretty you be.
Yo, reminds me of It's Always Sunny Deaf Poetry episode. Yet for some reason I can't stop listening to this. That's horrible.
Damn.
Will Smith is the only musician who releases the Kids Bop version as the original track.
Oh, Will Smith's gonna hate us
Yo,
after
Will,
this shit.
we gonna tag you in this shit, my
This is
nigga.
what Philly people be
Yo.
thinking, man.
Red flags, telling you. Honestly, this is way more wholesome than I expected. Keep rocking, Will.
Ah, I am a white lady. I have to be a white woman. There ain't no way of no black people gonna
Real.
do like that.
Real. How do you do, fellow kids? Vibe.
Oh, you ever seen that meme?
Yeah, but also strangely adorable. Like your dad trying to spend time with you or something.
I'm like your dad spending time with you.
Yo.
That's wild.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't find his kids that talented.
I mean,
Willow is just yelling into the mic. She ain't saying shit. And then Jaden, he ain't that good of an actor. He ain't.
what about his music?
Isn't Tyler the Creator fucking him?
No.
I swear they were fucking or married. Aren't they married?
No, they just.
They're besties.
Well, it was more Jaden saying like, "I love you. I'm gonna."
They're
like, Tyler's
besties.
my boyfriend.
They're besties.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Besties that put it in
What
each
about
other's
Willow?
butt. That's why I said I don't find her. There's two of them, right?
No, it's Willow and Jada.
Yeah.
Willow and Jaden.
Yeah, I heard her music. She was singing some song, and she just I'm like bitch, like yo, listen. Just because your parents are rock stars and shit like that, it does not mean you have rock star DNA. That goes for all you kids whose parents are rock
Like
stars.
nepo babies.
Like Tom Hanks' son, Chet.
Oh, Chet.
That
He's
nigga
funny.
Chet.
He's more funny.
That nigga Chet got dropped on his head, or Tom Hanks' other son.
He has another son?
Yeah, yo, you never knew this, right? Look it up. It looks like him. Put Tom Hanks' other son. Put it just like that. It comes up. It looks like him. I think he's a Hanks, too.
Colin Hanks?
Yeah. Looks exactly like him.
And there's another one, Truman Hanks. Oh,
Ca-
he has three.
Colin, stop. You can't act.
He has three. Colin
Your
Hanks,
acting is
Truman,
shitty.
and Truman
You are
Hanks.
not nothing like your father. Chet, stop trying to be Jamaican. That shit is killing me that you be rapping in a Jamaican accent. I be hating a little bit. I wish I could do it. But that's not the point. That's not the point. You are white. You are whiter than white. And you're embarrassing your daddy.
No, Chad's just funny, though. He's more in the
Nigga,
funny
he's
route.
a walking parody. This is my
He's
point.
supposed to be Jamaican. That stuff is
Just
funny.
because your dad's a fucking goat don't mean you guys are talented. Stop it.
I'm not even on the barn.
Yo, oh my God. But you know what? Makes me think. It must be hard to fulfill the shoes of a great man or a great person. Like if your mom is a rocket scientist or if your dad's like fucking Rockefeller. Like, it must be really hard to fill those shoes coming up.
And then you're like working at Walgreens.
And then everybody's telling you that you're going to be great. And you just like
you're a Rothschild.
Like you see what one of Rockefeller's grandkids did, right? He went to I think it was Papua New Guinea or something like that, and he met up with an uncontacted tribe, and they fucking ate him.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, he never got found. He went in and never came out. Rockefeller's son, or grandson. Yo, what?
Like, why are you doing that? First of all,
you know, you got mad money. Your grandfather was an oil tycoon. What makes you want to go into a fucking Amazon and try to fucking assimilate people?
I mean, there's been some messed up billionaires. You know John Paul Getty?
No, talk to me.
You know, like those Getty gas company stuff?
Yeah.
So he owned like oils and he owned like some real estate. The dude had 5 sons. 5 sons.
Okay.
And he was like considered the cheapest bastard in the world even though he's a multi-billion. He's like one of the earliest well-known self-made billionaires, like walking the earth.
Mm-hmm.
This dude was so fucked up that he would only put he would take his sons out of his will over like the most frivolous shit.
Oh, you play with them like that?
Yep.
You fucking
Nigga.
I ain't gonna hold you. I do that shit to you too. If I have money in my kids and you're a dick, I'm just cross it out one day, put it back the next.
The dude didn't pay for one of his son's medicals. Like he had like some type of like illness. I think it was like cancer. He didn't even pay for his son's sickness. He died in like oils and he owned like some real estate. The dude had 5 sons. 5 sons.
Okay.
And he was like considered the cheapest bastard in the world, even though he's a multi-billion. He's like one of the earliest well-known self-made billionaires, like walking the earth.
Mm-hmm.
This dude was so fucked up that he would only put he would take his sons out of his will over like the most frivolous shit.
Oh, you play with them like that?
Yep.
You fucking
Nigga.
I ain't gonna hold you. I do that shit to you too. If I have money in my kids and you're a dick, I'm just cross it out one day, put it back the next.
The dude didn't pay for one of his son's medicals. Like he had like some type of like illness. I think it was like cancer. He didn't even pay for his son's sickness. He died and he didn't even show up to the funeral.
Well, that's a person in general that's just heartless though. He
Dude, his fucking grandson got captured by some Italian mob and he didn't want to pay the ransom for that nigga.
He said, I'm not paying it.
He made his father give him like money and he had to pay interest. This is your grandfather trying to like not giving a shit about you. And your dad's like, yo, please, I need this money. I don't got enough. He's like, all right, give me this much. And you owe me interest after.
Well, you know what it is though. It's famine mentality. That's famine mentality. That's I'm not eating enough, so you can't eat at all.
But they're billionaires.
Yeah, but man, you know how billionaires continue to stay billionaires? By being fucking cheap. By being fucking cheap.
That's why they all dress like they
It's so weird because you know any smart man, you know, when these niggas buy cars, they buy cars. When a millionaire or billionaire buy cars, I know some of them like the sheiks and all that shit, they buy it because they genuinely have the money and they can. But a lot of collectors buy cars for that resale value.
Yeah, like,
come on, nigga. There's a Mercedes Benz right now from 1970 that cost over $1 million, but it only cost them $25,000 in 1970. Like they buy cars.
Like Jay Leno's car collection.
Rich people, well, Jay Leno genuinely loves cars, and he's a car enthusiast. That's why he does that. I'm talking about the nigga that has 4 Ferraris and doesn't know one thing about them. He just bought them because this is what I do, and when I want to sell them, I'm gonna get more money than what I paid for it. There's some people that just have famine mentality, and they don't care if it's their brother, sister, uncle, cousin, mother, daughter, son's fucking pet fish. They're not going to give you a dime because they worked for this money, and if they give you some of it, they no longer have it. Once I give you something, I don't have it, even if you're going to pay me back. Some people can't cope with that thought. I'm about to give you something I worked so hard for. I don't know. You're going to pay me back? When you going to pay me back?
Even if it's your own kids.
Yo. At some point in time, I get for a baby and all that shit. And, you know, but at some point in time, like if you 40 years old and you my kid and you fucking up, nigga, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Around every fucking corner, save your ass? You have you know, if you got conscious at 25, you had the last 15 years to figure this shit out, motherfucker. And you know what? You had a house. I worked hard. You see, I got all this money. You had a good idol in your life, because look what I got. You're going to come to me and tell me, oh, Dad, I'm struggling right now. Okay. He's struggling. Go unstruggle yourself. What you want me to do?
I need $1 million.
At some point, but I ain't going to hold you. I'll give it to you with interest.
I ain't going to hold you. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I'll give it to you, but you pay me back with interest.
Yeah.
Just like you would a bank. Just like you would have. Come on. This is life. And you know what? Would you?
And I go for sons. Like when you do that to your daughter.
Would I do that to my daughter? You know what? Bitch, it's easier for you to make money than a nigga. So if you coming to me, I'm horrible. Wow. If you coming to me broke, If you coming to me, bro, you really doing something wrong. Cause it's easier for you to make money than a nigga.
You're my daddy.
Bitch, go play with your pussy on OnlyFans. I'll get the cameras.
You'll be the dad to tell you that.
I'll go get the cameras.
You would say that to your daughter?
Yo, if my daughter is struggling down and out, she's half retarded, and she can't get money either way, like everything you do is just a fuck up in life, take those fucking socks off and start showing those feet. Because there's people getting paid for less out here. There's no way you can't tell me you can't figure it out as a human being. I can't stand
people. In today's
people.
World, you can't.
In today's world, you can definitely
you
figure
can get
it out.
From anywhere.
Anywhere. Money is everywhere now. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to live broke. Literally, if you make $15 an hour, you make 30 grand a year. You make $20 an hour, you make 40 grand a year. You take that tax check 3 years in a row, now you have collateral that you could go to the bank with and you could take a loan out. And now if you want to start a business or do something or invest in something, you just had money to invest and do so. You want to get a property? It's right there. You don't have to make millions of dollars a year. But I will say, having a partner makes life easier.
Yep.
So don't be scared. Yo, y'all Mexicans from my era, not these new immigrants. The ones from my era, them niggas were smart. It was 10 of them on a 2-bedroom apartment. And each of them paid $40-$50 for rent. And they would all get their credit scores up, go to work every day, eat with each other, 5-10 years. And whenever somebody moved out of that apartment, they were always straight. They had money in their pocket, a credit score, a car. Because for 5-10 years, they sacrificed and lived with each other. Niggas want to be having the luxury lifestyle and then complain they can't afford it. Yo, sometimes, bro, the smarter thing to do, look what Asian people do. Asian people cram in 20 to a house. Mexican people cram in 20 to a house. Dominican people cram in 20 to a house. Indian people cram in 20. Italian people cram in 20 to a house. You know what I mean? And they stay there till they get old enough. Yo, I know a woman right now that's 35 living at home with her mom and dad. And the dad says she ain't got to go nowhere till she's ready. And that right there, that's called support. And that's how when I get the fuck out the house or my kid gets out the house, they're prepared as much as they can be for life. So we could keep this system rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you got 10 people paying off a mortgage, that means everybody has a place to sleep, eat, and live. And now they have opportunity to go. Because now once you show that you've been helping pay off a mortgage or you show that you've been on that looks good for the banks. They want to see that. Now we got co-signers.
Yep.
Because if you lived with me for 5-10 years and you helped me pay my shit, why wouldn't I co-sign for you? Of course I will, because I know you're responsible. You helped me do this.
Yeah.
Like, yo, any smart person would think about buying the compound. You know, if you're going to start buying and you want to have your family growing and it's your family, then everybody got to play their part. You can't have a lackey in this bitch. And that's why, yo, back to that conversation. I don't give a fuck with my daughter, my son, my granddaughter. If you 40 years old and you struggling, I'm going to really be reserved about giving you money because money might not be what you need. A reality check might be what you fucking need. 40 years old and still struggling? That's your fault. That's your fault. And that goes for everybody out there. You 40 years old and still struggling in any way, shape, or form? That blame is on you. Not mommy, not daddy, not the government, not because you're this color, not because of shit, not because of your gender. Yo, I saw a dude on YouTube the other day, no lie, painting pictures. Remarkable artwork. The story's crazy because he has a disability. He was sitting there like this and he can't really talk and his mouth he can't shut up. And this arm was doing this and this arm was doing this and he had his paintbrush wedged in between the pinky and the index finger and homie was painting like this. And then you had another dude, he was staining glass. You know how people they tap glass and they make figures? Nigga, you had another dude, he couldn't even use his arms. He was just using his mouth. Tapping glass, making pictures. I know it looks funny. But my point is if that guy right there can do something amazing with that disability, you people that are struggling at 40, y'all really need to like look at yourselves and see what the fuck you doing wrong. Because it's nobody's fault. That's why I would look at that the same way. Like, I don't know if I'd pardon my son like Joe Biden pardoned his. You got your son over here I don't even care about the doing crack part. You got your son over here doing dealings with people we shouldn't be doing dealings with. You got your son over here being looked at fucked up a traitor to our country, and you pardon him. You like just like he pardoned Fauci for anything during COVID and anything that's gonna happen next. Yo, how do you pardon these people? Because it's your son? Because like, yo, at some point in time, I believe in hard love. I believe in hard love. I don't believe in rubbing somebody. I'm the wrong friend to call when you're heartbroken. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. Don't call me complaining about like your chick or something like that. Because I'm gonna tell you, buck up, Bart. I'm gonna tell you, nigga, fucking shit'll get off the plate. Shit'll get off the bench. Like you know, if you're gonna stay in that shit and be unhappy, that's on you, nigga. Don't call me complaining about your bitch. I don't give a fuck about your bitch. You know what I mean? Change your shit if you don't want your bitch. Kick your bitch to the side. But like I said, it's nobody's fault but yours. People gotta start taking responsibility. Stop fucking... Yo, I ain't judging y'all niggas that need it. But all you people that don't need government money, stop taking government money, bro. Like, if you truly don't need that shit, stop it. You look like a clown. You look like old dirty bastard going to go God bless the dead, but going to go cash his fucking check while he was signed with Wu-Tang and had $1 million contract. He's going to a check cashing to cash a government food stamp check or something on camera. It's funny, it's a parody, but it's not. You look a certain way to me if you taken from the government when you don't need to be, when you're just doing it to be greedy. Like, shit. Go work for that shit, nigga. There's other people that really need that shit. Yo, you know it takes... I know a couple people that it took them a year or two just to get Social Security and disability. So that means they weren't working, wasn't paying their rent, struggling, up to their neck with bills, and had to wait 2 years in order to get approved. You know why the system's like that? Because all y'all motherfuckers that take what you don't need. If niggas didn't take what they don't need, there'd be more trust in the system that when somebody says, I need fucking help, I'm struggling, I'm about to be homeless and kicked out, that you give me my fucking money because I need it. But because of all you people that scam, like, yo, I hate it. I hate it when I see the newspaper and you see like FDNY getting a pension, Social Security, disability. He's getting like 8 paychecks worth $700,000 a year, but yet he's over here swimming and golfing. And wait, he's supposed to have disability and be injured. That nigga look like he having a great old time. And we're paying him $500,000 a year on his retirement out of our money? For what? For what? If he's really injured, he shouldn't be doing all that. Like, the dishonesty for me, and I ain't a perfect person, don't get me wrong, but the dishonesty for me, for it to be so blatant, like, it kills me. Like, corruption kills me. Like, when it's right in front of your face, you're like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we do? This is what we do? Like, nobody, but you know what it is, right? It's just like Elon and Epstein. Elon and Trump. You know, think about this. If Trump is really in those Epstein files, if Trump is really in those Epstein files, think about it. Think about how nasty that is. You know what I mean? Where's your integrity as a person? That is like, I don't know how people just stare in the camera and just know in the back of their mind they're fucking people, or that they're corrupt, or that they're evil. Like, how do you look in the camera and you're saying one thing to like boost people up, but in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, fuck these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go sniff a line as soon as I get off the stage. Like
that. That's a sniff right there.
That's apple juice. That's apple juice. What the fuck you talking about? That's apple juice.
Yep, apple juice named Modelo.
They did.
Yeah, they make an apple flavor Modelo.
Yeah.
But they had a collab with Angry Orchard.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's apple juice, bro. You guys don't know because you guys don't see it. But before episode, I take the same bottle that I've always had and then I go fill it up with juice from the fridge. I just make it look like beer for aesthetics. Duh. About to start smoking fake cigarettes in here.
Nah, smoke the fake shit out there. Keep it real in here.
Oh, there. Yo, you got any shows? Anything coming up? Anything sweet? Anything planned?
Oh, I actually do. Now you just reminded me. I have a show on Saturday.
Okay.
First live music.
Okay.
I go up at 10 p.m. so it's a little late, but not too crazy.
It's all right.
And
That's when everybody's turned up, so they're gonna be wanting to look for you.
and tickets are available for $10, and it's a nice little spot. It's like a coffee shop, and in the back they got like this whole
Where can they get the tickets at?
right in my Instagram. I'll make like a link for everything. Richie loves yo-yos. And yesterday, not yesterday. Friday, I went to support Frank Knight at album release he had.
How was it?
It was really dope.
Dope.
It was really dope. The album was called I think the Glenville Project.
Shout out to Glenville Project.
Yep, and he had like Young Nostra. That was the producer for the album.
Shout out No Strut.
Yep, and there was some baddies up in there.
Of course.
That's one thing with Frank.
Shout out the baddies.
Like every time you go to Frank Knight's show, there's at least like about 4 or 5 baddies walking.
We love
around.
the baddies.
So thank Frank Knight for that. That's why I always look forward to a Frank Knight show. I'm like, I know there's gonna be some baddies in there. So shout out to the baddies that I met and fucked with the yo-yos. I had my Labubu chain on.
This nigga swears this nigga fucking Labubu's getting bitches.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh my god, I never felt one before." And I'm like, "Yeah, go
I'm gonna
ahead."
show you something to feel.
Nah,
This is a little Labubu right here. He's just called Boo Boo.
Wow, you crazy.
Yo, I wanted to shout out K-Shark TV. They had their award ceremony last night. You know,
Got nominated?
no, Battle Rap.
Oh, bad.
Battle Rap. I want to shout out my shout out my man Kaiser. You know what I mean? He had his award ceremony, the first annual award ceremony for K-Shark TV. Shout out all the. I've seen most of those dudes battle, so for me, it's dope to like be part of them. You know, just be even part of the system. You know, I DJ'd his previous show, and I hosted the rap battle previously that was there. You know, I'm good around mechanics and all that, so obviously. Anything they need, I'm always there to help, you know. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to be involved, and I also 3D printed the trophies. You know, his brand is K-Shark TV, so obviously his brand is a shark. So I modeled up a shark fin with a trophy base, and I individualized each trophy to read what the name of the award was, along with the winner in the molding. So I saw, you know, to see all the battlers yesterday receive a trophy that I made, it brought tears to my eye. Like it made me feel really good, you know, because I say it all the time, I ain't shit. You know, I've seen master creators that use Blender and use Nomad, and they're just monsters when it comes to digital design. And just, yo, salute to you guys, because you're everything that I hope to be one day, to be able to just think it and make it. It took me, I ain't gonna hold you, nigga, it took me a whole week to mock up these sharks. It took me a whole week to mock up. It wasn't working. The print, the this, the that, the dimensions were off. You know, I was making something too thin, so it wouldn't sit right. The weight of it, you know, if you don't make it bottom heavy, then it falls over. Writing the names of the awards into each trophy, it's etched in, so it looks like it's carved in the fin. You know, even that, I had to use 2 different programs, because one program I prefer to edit on, the other program I prefer to print with. So it took me a good 2 weeks of getting this perfect, to a point where once I started printing them, it was just automatic. Once I started printing them, it's just nonstop, because I had it done. Yo, so like I said, shout out to K-Shark TV. Shout out to everybody that won a trophy yesterday. Shout out to you guys, know what I mean, for giving me opportunity to fuck with y'all. If you guys have a chance, check out their battles. They do some numbers over there. They recently had a Tay-Rock battle Mike Burner. Mike Burner's move on stage is a bump. He gives you but Mike Burner's, he's a pretty big dude, and he gives you a bump. And Tay-Rock wasn't expecting. And we're paying him $500,000 a year on his retirement out of our money? For what? For what? If he's really injured, he shouldn't be doing all that. Like, the dishonesty for me, and I ain't a perfect person, don't get me wrong, but the dishonesty for me, for it to be so blatant, like, it kills me. Like, corruption kills me. Like, when it's right in front of your face, you're like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we do? This is what we do? Like, nobody, but you know what it is, right? It's just like Elon and Epstein. Elon and Trump. Think about this. If Trump is really in those Epstein files,
Oh God.
if Trump is really in those Epstein
God.
files, think about it. Think about it. Think about how nasty that is. You know what I mean? Where's your integrity as a person? That is like, I don't know how people just stare in the camera and just know in the back of their mind they're fucking people, or that they're corrupt, or that they're evil. Like, how do you look in the camera and you're saying one thing to like boost people up, but in the back of your mind you're like, oh, fuck these motherfuckers. Yeah, like, I'm gonna go sniff a line as soon as I get off the stage. Like, yeah.
Like that. That's his sniff right there.
That's apple juice. That's apple juice. What the fuck he's talking about? That's apple juice.
Yep. Apple juice named Modelo.
They did.
They make an apple flavor Modelo.
Yeah.
But they had a collab with Angry Orchard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's apple juice, bro. You guys don't know because you guys don't see it. But before episode, I take the same bottle that I've always had and then I go fill it up with juice from the fridge. I just make it look like beer for aesthetics. Duh. About to start smoking fake cigarettes in here.
Nah, smoke the fake shit out there. Keep it real in here.
Oh, man. Yo, you got any shows? Anything coming up? Anything sweet? Anything planned?
Oh, I actually do. Now you just reminded me. I have a show on Saturday.
Okay.
First Live Music.
Okay.
I go up at 10 p.m., so it's a little late, but not too crazy.
It's all right.
And
that's when everybody's turned up, so they're going to be wanting to look for you.
And tickets are available for $10. And it's a nice little spot. It's like a coffee shop, and in the back they got like this whole...
Where can they get the tickets at?
Right in my Instagram. I'll make like a link for everything. Richie Loves Yo-Yos. And yesterday... not yesterday. Friday. I went to support Frank Knight at album release he had.
How was it?
It was really dope.
Dope?
It was really dope. The album was called, like, I think the Glenville Project.
Shout out to Glenville Project.
Yep. And he had, like, Young Nostra. That was the producer for the album.
Shout out Nostra.
Yep. And there was some baddies up in there.
Of course.
That's one thing with Frank Knight.
Shout out the baddies.
Give him, like, every time you go to Frank Knight's show, there's at least, like, about 4 or 5 baddies walking
We love
around.
the baddies.
So thank Frank Knight for that. That's why I always look forward to a Frank Knight show. I'm like, I know there's going to be some baddies in there. So shout out to the baddies that I met and fucked with the yo-yos. I had my Labubu chain on.
This nigga swears this nigga fucking Labubu's getting bitches.
Yeah, they were like, oh my God, I never felt one before. And I'm like, yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna show you something to feel.
Nah.
This is a little Labubu right here. He's just called Boo Boo.
Wow. You crazy.
Yo, I wanted to shout out K-Shark TV. They had their award ceremony last night. You know,
Got nominated?
No, Battle Rap.
Oh, Battle Rap.
Battle Rap. I want to shout out my man Kaiser. You know what I mean? He had his award ceremony, the first annual award ceremony for K-Shark TV. Shout out all the... I've seen most of those dudes battle, so for me it's dope to like be part of them. You know, just be even part of the system. You know, I DJ'd his previous show, and I hosted the rap battle previously that was there. You know, I'm good around mechanics and all that, so obviously. Anything they need, I'm always there to help, you know. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to be involved, and I also 3D printed the trophies. You know, his brand is K-Shark TV, so obviously his brand is a shark. So I modeled up a shark fin with a trophy base, and I individualized each trophy to read what the name of the award was, along with the winner in the molding. So I saw, you know, to see all the battlers yesterday receive a trophy that I made, it brought tears to my eye. Like it made me feel really good, you know, because I say it all the time, I ain't shit. You know, I've seen master creators that use Blender and use Nomad, and they're just monsters when it comes to digital design, and just, yo, salute to you guys, because you're everything that I hope to be one day, to be able to just think it and make it. It took me, I ain't gonna hold you, nigga, it took me a whole week to mock up these sharks. It took me a whole week to mock up. It wasn't working, the print, the this, the that, the dimensions were off. You know, I was making something too thin so it wouldn't sit right. The weight of it, you know, if you don't make it bottom heavy, then it falls over. Writing writing the names of the awards into each trophy. It's etched in, so it looks like it's carved in the fin. You know, even that, I had to use 2 different programs because one program I prefer to edit on, the other program I prefer to print with. So it took me a good 2 weeks of getting this perfect to a point where once I started printing them, it was just automatic. Once I started printing them, they just nonstop because I had it done. Yo, so like I said, shout out to K-Shark TV. Shout out to everybody that won a trophy yesterday. Shout out to you guys, know what I mean, for giving me opportunity to fuck with y'all. If you guys have a chance, check out their battles. They do some numbers over there. They recently had a Tay-Rock battle Mike Burner. Mike Burner's move on stage is a bump. He gives you a bump. Mike Burner's, he's a pretty big dude. And he gives you a bump. And Tay-Rock wasn't expecting the bump. He bumped Tay-Rock. Tay-Rock almost flew across the fucking room. Yeah, and he had to he apologized to him. He's like, yo, my bad, B. I didn't know. Because, you know, like, you get shot for shit like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, and for real, shout out you battle rappers, man. I was saying it last night. I'm going to battle one of y'all niggas. But you guys really are different animals. Not only to stand there and talk shit to another individual and try to keep your story together so the crowd can interact, and so you can, you know, you got to know when to stop, when to go, if they say run it back, are you going to run it back? You know, you got to memorize your lines. Shout out to the offense, but shout out to the defense. Because, nigga, when a nigga's sitting there standing across from you talking about how your girl sucks his dick all night or your mom sucks his dick all night, like when Arsenal battled Murder Mook. And Murder Mook's mom just died a month prior. And Arsenal waits to the 3rd round to say, I wasn't going to say it, but tell your dead mother to suck my dick. After mom just died a month prior. Shout out to you niggas on defense, bro. Because that shit could definitely go bad. If my mom is dead and you want to tell my mom, I'm going to slap the shit out of your ass, nigga.
Damn.
Facts.
That was heavy.
I mean, but yo, I'm gonna have to deal with it because if I'm gonna battle rap, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna come for the jugular, and you know what? It's cool because I'm just gonna try not to laugh at myself when you crack jokes because I'm really good at that. You might say something funny about me, and then because you say something funny about me, I'll laugh at it. Throw your whole thing off. All right, this card's full. All right. You can walk us out.
We reached our capacity for this episode.
We can walk us out.
That's how I'll look into this camera. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yeah, that camera's too. Camera too.
Oh, yeah, we got more. I keep forgetting.
Well,
so thank
that
you.
one's always running, so when I reset them, you know what I mean?
I got
I'm genius, nigga.
Okay, great. So please like and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys always tuning in. Hope you enjoy. Please leave a comment of what you want for the next episode. So peace, love, and yo-yos to you all. As always, and buy me Labubu's.
I love you. Coming. You coming, I love you. Yo, everything is GOK.com. You already see it.
Not because I was angry with them, not because I hated them, but because I wanted to keep them with me. And as my obsession grew, I was saving body parts such as skull.